What's up, guys? It's your boy Justin. So I thought, hey, summer's practically over. We should do a channel update. We're almost hitting our 2-year anniversary for this channel. Right, we'll be on the 25th of September. Right, during the peak Batman month. So maybe we'll have a special review for Batman month. So I'm just mention some stuff we're planning. Um, so like yeah, summer's almost over. I wanted to do some summer movies, but you guys were like, do horror movies. So we're gonna try to do more horror movies for the channel, right? And some superhero movies as well. We're gonna review the Samaritan at some point. I heard that movie's good. Um, yeah. September, we're doing Batman month. Right now, we have like 12 books I want to review. I also have some other Batman books I didn't review last year, but it's the thing where those are omnibuses, and it can be kind of hard to review omnibuses because I'm trying to I'm for Batman month, I'm gonna do a review like every other day, like every second day. So I want to do at least 15 videos for Batman month for this year. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. Next October, obviously we're gonna do Halloween month. Hopefully, I still have to figure out what books I'm gonna review for Halloween month. I still have to go out and get some more horror books. I'm hoping to get the second Jughead the Hunger book, Volume 2, because I reviewed Volume 1 last year. I'm hoping to get some Ghost Rider. Blade would be nice. Midnight Suns would be nice, actually. I'm thinking of getting Morbius, but the only Morbius book they have is like an omnibus. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I can review an omnibus, because I also want to review some actual horror books for Halloween month as well, right? Which obviously I would be reading those along with graphic novels to review on the channel. Because the horror books we're going to review for Halloween month hopefully is like the first Vampire Hunter D novel, which I have the omnibus, which comes with 3 books. So obviously that I want to review those books separate, so that would be like an audio only review. And the third one can be like fucking like on camera. I want to review some Vampire the Masquerade novels. Well, they won't be Vampire the Masquerade, but it'll be set in the same universe. Like, cause I have the Ascension book, which is set, like I said, set in the same universe as Vampire the Masquerade. Because Vampire the Masquerade is basically not just vampires in that universe. There's also mages and werewolves, right? It's just that Vampire the Masquerade is like a specific game in that world, right? Which there are like three games that I know of in that, because like Vampire Masquerade is based off a tabletop RPG called The World of Darkness, and there's sub games in that universe. So I reviewed one Vampire World of Darkness book, right? For the channel, I want to review the other 2, which was Wormwolf and that's the Vampire the Apocalypse book, and then there's the Mage the Ascension book is Such Pain, which I want to read those 2. I am still going to review stuff for Tokusatsu month, because I wanted to kind of wrap that up before Christmas, but I don't know if that's going to be the case, because I obviously I was preaching in some of my podcasts, hey guys, if you're Kamen Rider fans, you gotta go buy the new Kamen Rider series that are coming out by Shout Factory, because it's like the first time ever that Kamen Rider is going to be coming to the West on Blu-ray, right, or DVD, on physical media, right? So none of the fucking stores around here would, even though that shit's put out by Shout Factory, because of the economy right now, nobody wants to order shit. They just want to sell their current stock. The best one store offered me was like, oh, if any of the stores ever got it in, they would bring it here and hold it for me. And I'm like, fuck that. That could take forever. So I ordered. I got ordered 01. Kamen Rider 01, which apparently is supposed to have a comic book series. So fuck, I'm gonna have to check that out. I saw like the cover for the first one or something, and that looked good. But yeah, 01. I'm gonna review that, but the fucking thing is gonna take 2 months to fucking show up. I'm like, 2 months? I fucking ordered a game from Japan that's supposed to be here in a week or two. Right? And it's like, God fucking damn it. 2 months, man. Oh my god. But like, yeah, next week, Kamen Rider Kuga is supposed to come out. So hopefully that shows up in stores. So I'll be on the lookout for that. Which I already reviewed Kamen Rider Kuga. But, you know, you need to support the shit you like so they can bring more Kamen Rider series, because unlike, you know, because like, I don't know what sites to use, and I don't steal shit, you know what I mean? So I don't know what sites to use to watch it for free, and I don't pirate shit. So it's like, you know, and I want to support the official release. So yeah, I'm gonna support, even though I've watched Kuga, I'm gonna buy the series, which kind of bullshit, because I was looking at the, like, you know, Kamen Rider 01 comes with the Kamen Rider 01 movie. But, like, it doesn't look like Kuga comes with the Kuga movie, which there is a Kuga movie. And the Kuga movie's not even on it's not even on Tubi, which makes me think, oh, there was some bullshit they couldn't get the rights. Maybe to a song or some actress. Because apparently that was the reason why it took so long for Kamen Rider to come to the West. Because, you know, there was some bullshit where actors want royalties and shit. Because, like, a lot of these actors a lot of these actors either do, like, really low-budget movies and soap operas, or straight-up porn for the girls and modeling. And they don't really show up in other shit. Like, there was somebody did a video of, oh, what's this tokusatsu, what your favorite tokusatsu actors are doing now that their shows are over, and like one of them's like works at like a fucking convenience store or some shit. It's like, oh fuck. That sucks. Right? So yeah, so it's gonna be like, I hope, you know, it doesn't take 2 months for 01 to show up, but it might take 2 months. And even though I can watch it for free on Tubi and review it, it's easier for me to binge watch shit on disc than it is to watch shit online. I don't know, I just have an easier time to binge watch shit on disc than I am like watching it on, like, you know, online, right? Because like there's too much distractions on my computer, whereas, you know, with my, you know, PlayStation or my Blu-ray players, it's all, I just get to the next episode, and then there's no ads too. I don't have to deal with fucking ads on if I watch something on disc, right? So I don't know, it's just easier to binge watch shit if I just, you know, have the disc, right? I know. I also I did get paid on the weekend from one of my odd jobs, so I decided to treat myself to a Kamen Rider model kit, and I'm like, fucking bullshit the fucking prices, because it's so much cheaper on Big Bad Toy Store, but it was like, it's a thing where like I have an Amazon, you know, I use Amazon account. So I'm like, oh, I'll use Amazon, and it's like prices are fucking insane to the point where, when I was looking at searching for the model kits, I was also getting recommended figures. I'm like, man, the figures look way cheaper. I'm just gonna buy the figures, right? So I search in like the Pacific figures I want. And then I look at the figures and they're all 200, 100. I'm like, fuck you. Fuck you. I'm not paying that much. So I got like the cheapest model kit I could find. Kamen Rider model kit that wasn't the stupid entry grades model kits, which they were selling at my local comic book shop for like $10. I think it was less than $10. And I should have just went to him like, dude, can you order me? Because I went to like a lot of these fucking hobby stores will sell Gundam model kits, will sell Digimon model kits for some fucking reason. Why the fuck would you want a model kit of a Digimon? I don't know, but like apparently they'll sell that shit. But I'm like, hey man, can you order me some Kamen Rider model kits? It's by the same fucking company that makes the Gundam model kits, that make the Digimon model kits. Can you order me, please, like a fucking Kamen Rider model kit made by the same fucking company, dude? You'll save me so much money, cause like in Japan these fucking things only go for like 20 something, $30 or whatever, and like I'm paying like up the ass, man, for importing and shit. Right, and it's like, dude, like, could you do me solid? And they're like, we'll get back to you, and they never got back to me. And like, oh, these fuckers, dude. And like, these are the same stores that were like, oh, it's impossible for us to get Gundam model kits. And now 10 years later, all these fucking hobby stores are selling Gundam model kits. Oh yeah, it was impossible, eh? Fucking no. And like, and because of Amazon, they're gonna release Kamen Rider Black Sun, the movie, on like Amazon Prime or whatever, in like, you know, October or whatever, So it's like, dude, like Kamen Rider is probably gonna get big in like the West soon. With Shin Kamen Rider, if they release Shin Godzilla and Shin Ultraman, there's no way they're not going to release Shin Kamen Rider to the West, right? And we're probably going to get Kamen Rider Black Sun, which I was not too happy at the fucking trailer, because it's like, oh, they're ripping off X-Men, kinda, with the social commentary, which is like, Japan has no right to call other countries prejudiced when they're like one of the most prejudiced countries in the world. They have like a 98%, like, you know, what's the word? 98% of people are like the same ethnicity, and the other 2% are also native to Japan, right? So it's like they have no fucking right to call other countries prejudiced, right? But they watch CNN because they hear CNN is popular in the West, so they're like, oh, like Americans are so prejudiced. It's like, shut the fuck up. You don't know nothing. So it's like seeing that this latest trailer for Kamen Rider Black Sun has like all this, they're ripping off X-Men, which they stole from like the like what Ultraman does nowadays, which like, but like that's kid shit. So it's like, yeah, it's okay to preach that shit to kids, but don't preach that shit to adults, right? Oh my, it just comes off like, you know, that they're just preaching at the West when they have no fucking, like, you know, it's like the pot calling the kettle black. It's like, are you fucking joking, dude? Come on, man. Oh my god. But I'm still gonna watch Kamen Rider Black Sun. I'm not happy with the monster designs. Of course, like, the first monster in the movie is a spider monster, which oh my god. I did a rant about this on a podcast I'm not going to release, but it's like, dude, you have this thing where, like, people will, like, I watched, like, a list of, like, best Kamen Rider shows, and they're like, how come, like, all these different Kamen Rider shows have the first episode fight a spider monster? If you want to know I'm a noob to Kamen Rider, and I'll tell you why. The Kamen Rider in the first episode fights a Spider-Man monster because get this guys, the original Kamen Rider was based off Spider-Man. So it's like a homage to Spider-Man, right? That's why it's like in all these Kamen Rider shows, the first monster is always like a Spider-Man monster. Like in Kamen Rider, the original was a Spider-Man monster who was literally called Spider-Man. Kuga fought a Spider-Man monster in the first episode. Black fought a Kamen Rider, sorry, a Spider-Man monster in the first episode. I would have to watch more to see if they did that in other shows, but yeah, because there's no Spider-Man monster in Ryuki and Dragon Knight and W and fucking I'm not gonna list all the shows that didn't have, but yeah. So it's just funny. You have these guys who are supposed to be experts that talk that have scripts for their videos, and then they act like experts when they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. It's what's up with these what's up with the first monster Kamen Rider fights as a Spider-Man? What's up with that? It's holy fuck, are you kidding? How do you fucking not? This comes from fucking retards, talking about shit, talking about these legacy shows, and are too fucking lazy to watch the original, right? Which I started watching because it's gonna be a while before I can watch and review Kamen Rider 01. I started rewatching Kamen Rider the original, which I only got to watch the first 10 episodes back in the day because it was on a YouTube channel that fucking Toei shut down. But now that it's on Tubi, I've been watching it, and it's fucking fantastic. Though apparently, the original Kamen Rider was shot back in the day before they used stunt actors for the suits. So there's the reason why there's a second Kamen Rider is because the original Kamen Rider actor broke his leg during the stunt, and he had to leave the show, and that's why you have a second rider who uses the same costume. Because I had no idea. It wasn't until I saw that anime snob. Oh my god. So yeah. Oh, and my stupid model kit probably won't show up till around the same time that the 01 series shows up. So yeah. So yeah, what other stuff should I talk about? Christmas month. We're not doing Christmas month this year. Maybe we'll review some Christmas movies and Christmas horror movies. For Christmas comics, we're gonna review the Tick Christmas special graphic novel, and I have this Deadpool graphic novel that comes with a Christmas issue, a Christmas comic with Deadpool teaming up with Santa or fighting Santa. I don't know. So I might review that for Christmas, around Christmas time. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll review some Jack Frost sequels, because that first Jack Frost movie was fucking awesome. Holy fuck, it was so bad it's good, man. Oh my god, it's too bad other movies by a lot of the fucking what's that studio that put that shit out? Full Moon Pictures. It's too bad a lot of the Full Moon Pictures movies are either so bad it's good or just fucking unwatchable garbage. But yeah, we'll try to, we'll find movies to watch on Tubi. It sucks because somebody uploaded on BitChute, which the Christmas Horror Story, the Christmas horror film where it was an anthology movie with William Shatner as the host, and it was like as a radio host, and like there's like an awesome uh, story with like Santa fighting Satan, or it's supposed to be Krampus, but it's basically Satan, right? And I'm like, oh, that movie looks awesome. Somebody uploaded on BitChute. And I'm like, oh, can't wait to watch this for Christmas, review on the channel. It gets shut down, so I'm like, fuck, I'm probably gonna have to hunt down that fucking DVD or Blu-ray. So yeah. Yeah, not. Well, I'm trying to think of other shit to talk about. I'm like, really close to beating Digimon Survive. I'm on chapter 9, so there's only like 3 more chapters. So I'm at the point of the game where like I might as well finish it before before I review it. Even though I kind of, it's the thing where like at chapter 4 or chapter like 5 or it was like at like the halfway point of the game. I'm like, dude, this game sucks. I'm not gonna change my rating. And I'm at chapter 9, and I'm still not going to change my rating. But I still have to fucking... I'm at the point now where I might as well finish it. Because you get to a point where you're playing a bad game, right? Where if you beat it, it's more likely to, like... you know... because you beat it, you're probably more likely to give a better rating than you thought, because you finally beat the fucking bad game, man. The torture ends, so you're a little happy, right? But really, like, you know, you should stay like, because like I probably with Digimon World 2, because that's a bad game. Right, I probably gave it like way higher rating than it deserved, because that game took like 200 hours to beat, and it's not a great game with the fucking. It's a game that like advertised, hey, there's 200 Digimon you can get in the game, but you're only allowed to have 30 Digimon in your memory, right? I think at the most you can carry around like 6 or 8 in your Digitank. So you can technically, like, if you max out your Digitank, you can maybe have like 38 Digimon at most. But it's like, holy fuck, man. You have 200 Digimon. You advertise you have 200 Digimon, but you're only allowed to like have like 30 in the back burner. And like whatever you have, and then there's the fact where like you want empty slots in your Digitank so you can go out and catch more Digimon. So it's like, fuck, you know. So I kind of overrated that game, and that game, some of the bosses at the end of the game were like too hard. For what, like, it was too hard. It was harder than it had any right to be, considering how bad the game was. And it was like there was shit that I was doing for fun, right? Like the Coliseum battles, and the game makes you, to advance to the final stretch of the game, you have to do all the Coliseum battles. So something I was doing for fun, you forced me to do, and then like it's such bullshit, because you have to, like, some of the people you have to fight, like the other guard team leaders, have like mad healing skills that make it like, and you can't use healing items, right? And Digimon with healing skills are fucking rare in that fucking game. And it's not like in Digimon Survive where you can, like, if you have the fucking item that you can equip to Digimon, where you can give them the heal skill, right? But it's like, oh fuck, dude, it was like insanely bad, like insanely tough, dude. And it was like the fucking bullshit where, they can use debuffs on you, but you can't use debuffs on them. Which is like, why do you even, what's the point of having status ailments, right? If you're not allowed to use them on bosses, right? And the answer is, oh, it will make the game too easy. Then you shouldn't have it in the fucking game to begin with, dude. It makes the game unfucking fair. Right? But yeah. Also, yeah. I should mention this. So I had to delete a comment, and okay, guys, if I ever tell you guys, oh my god, go check out the comment section of a video where I'm getting into, like, arguments with fanboys, do not. And I shouldn't have done this in the first place, and I probably won't do it again in the future. But if I do not go in and join in on the fight, because that goes against YouTube's, like, terms and service, right? So if you see me in the comment section getting into an argument with a fanboy or whatever, do not join in, okay? Because I could get that's technically online harassment or some fucking bullshit, I think. So yeah, so just letting you guys know. Yeah, because, like, if you're gonna, yeah, because I was arguing with this Rippa fanboy on some comic YouTuber's channel, and it got to the point where, like, dude, like, why are you talking to me? Why are you talking to me, dude? Like, because they were trying to do the thing where, like, you're jealous, blah blah blah, and I'm like, dude, like, time will tell whether or not this fucking this comic series will change the culture, be a success, right? And, like, a week passes by, the comic's still not even fucking out yet, and the guy's like, time has already told. It's like, it made this much money, blah blah blah. It's like, retard. A lot of fucking comics sell a lot on the first issue, right? And even real comic fans, you see that, like, after issue 1, the numbers drop after the second or third issue. And since this is a fucking comics comic, and it's a crowdfunder, you're gonna see a huge fucking drop off after the second and third book, right? And that's that's especially if he decides to go the crowdfunding method for the second 2 or third books. Which, if you made like 3 million on your first book, why the fuck would you need the crowdfund for the second and third issue? That just shows that's grift. That will concrete whether or not Rippa is a grifter or not. If he does the EVS method, the fucking Richard C. Meyer method, where you're crowdfunding for each issue of your fucking, or each project of your fucking series, right? And then they have the fucking gall to be like, oh, crowdfunding isn't shopping. Well, retard, if you make it like, you call it a business and you're selling shit, right? It makes it shopping, you fucking dumbass. Yeah, and I agree with him that crowdfunding shouldn't be, like, shopping. But when you make it so people have to crowdfund, you have to e-bag every time you want to put out a new book, then you make it fucking shopping, you fucking dumbass. So yeah, that's it for this channel update. I doubt anybody's gonna watch this, but we'll see.